Let me move this over. Welcome everybody back to another episode of the Game Show. Um, I'm one half host, Fred Y, and there are some things that I wanted to discuss. Now I'm gonna hop on the bandwagon of the Chappelle whole controversy. My thoughts. There's a video that I'm gonna have continuously playing in the background that I want y'all to watch, and I want you to listen to. Now, let me start off by saying that I'm unapologetic about anything that I'm going to say on this topic. So if you're looking for an apology for anything that I say, then you're not going to get one. And that's just facts. You understand? Let's start off by saying that if you have not watched that Dave Chappelle show, if you haven't watched it from beginning to the end, and you're jumping on this bandwagon saying that he hates or he the gay community or he's homophobic, you didn't watch it, because the man clearly says that he does not have a problem with that community, right? And he shows it by the comedian that he let open for him, said that she bombed and they still were good friends until she took her life. It was the whole situation where there was some backlash, I guess, and she just succumbed to the pressure of taking her own life. And he said that he had set up some type of trust fund for his trans friend's child to receive at the age of 18, I believe. Now, if a person has a problem with a certain group, they're not going to support it. Like, I don't like the KKK. I hate the KKK, right? I hate all Klansmen, right? So you would never see me at a Klansman's, even if they threw a video game tournament, if they was giving away free PlayStations, it was like, okay, the Ku Klux Klan is giving away free PlayStations, y'all come down here and get one. You know what I'm saying? Even if I didn't have a PlayStation 5, I wouldn't go down and get it, even if it was free. You know what I'm saying? So I don't support that. I don't support that community, right? But Chappelle supports the community. And these morons at Netflix, they're blanketing the whole community of that, era. And they're saying everybody. They're basically saying that everybody in that community, they hate Dave Chappelle. Well, this just goes out to these Netflix ABC warriors or whatever they want to be called. I'm saying this is going straight out to them. This is not going out to everybody else, because this is not a blanket statement. You know what I'm saying? So you have the good with the bad, right? So I'm going to show y'all what happened that y'all might not have seen on their walkout. And then once the video is done, we're going to talk about it. But I'm going to have it constantly looped in the background, right? So y'all watch this and y'all listen to what they're saying. You watch it, because it's some ridiculous stuff that happens on this video. And they are the same people that are fighting for these rights, but yet see what they do. Guess what they do. They want equality, they want all this other stuff throughout Netflix, right? And this is what these Netflix ABC morons come to. Now, watch the video, please.
Why is he breaking my sign? Why is he breaking my sign? Don't have free speech rights? Don't have free speech rights as well as you? Oh, look, there's such a violence. He's got a weapon! He's got a weapon! He's got a weapon! He's got a weapon! Oh, you want me to drop my weapon? Yes. Okay. And leave. There's my weapon.
We're not trying to have any discussion.
I'm not discussing anything.
You're talking about We're trying not to have any discussion.
I'm just here to say that jokes are funny, people. Dave Chappelle is a funny guy. I love Dave. I don't know why all the violence. I don't know why all the hate. I just love Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle! It's the Quark comedy. Dave Chappelle. They took my stick. My stick. They took it. My side, I need my postal board. It was $2.99. It was my money. What is that little guy doing?
All right. Now, this is the foolery. Now, you people at Netflix, the ABC gang, you fight for equality, you fight for freedom of speech, and you fight for all these other changes that you want. But look at what you're doing here. You're denying that man of free speech, right? Now, I think that would have been a different turns of events if that man was black. You saw what they did, right? This white guy had a sign up that said something positive about Dave Chappelle. What this ABC gang did was then rip that man's sign up and then became the victim. You know, they ripped his sign up and now he's carrying a weapon when he was carrying whatever you call this thing, them protesters call that. He was carrying that, but they turned it into a supposed weapon. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are a joke. Y'all are a real joke. And Dave Chappelle, I hope this gets out to you as a fellow DC native brother, man. I wouldn't bow down to these clowns, no way. They're a bunch of jokes, and I'm just talking about the Netflix ABC gang. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit up here and demand equality when you're not giving it to somebody else. You're no better than anybody else. And if I was the head CEO of Netflix, all of them cats would have been fired. You'd have been fired anyway. You know what I'm saying? There's no... Dave Chappelle is a comedian. At the end of the day, he's a comedian. And if you did not watch his special, and I guarantee you nobody there watched his special. See, people like to hear what they want to hear. They'll block out stuff that's key point, and they'll use whatever that they want to hear as, or they'll turn it around. Just like they destroyed this man's sign, and now he's carrying a weapon. Now, see, this is what a lot of, some white people do to black people. You know what I'm saying? They cause a situation because he had every right to sit there and protest. When people protest, you have people that's on the other side protesting opposite of what they're doing. So this is what happened. This is exactly what happens. Some white people, they turn themselves into victims. And then did you hear the retarded person in the background? Repent, motherfucker. Repent, motherfucker. Repent, motherfucker. Come on, man. You have got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me to be that stupid. I mean, all you cats at Netflix, the ABC gang, you're a bunch of morons. The man was carrying a "We Like Dave" sign, and they pulled it down and destroyed it. And I guarantee you, if one of them would have caught a splinter, they would have been on the ground crying and boo-hooing that the man hurt them. But you took the man, You see it right now. They took his sign away, and now if you heard the video, but I'll play it again. If you heard the video before, they're saying now he has a weapon. He has a weapon, and that's a dangerous thing, right? Now, too many of our African American people have gone through this, and I guarantee you, if that was a black man, something bad would have happened to him. Something really bad would have happened to him because the cops would have showed up on the scene. The man would have had the stick in his hand, and he would have been accused of doing something that he doesn't do. And that happens all the time. And that goes again to why people are saying defund the police. And I believe in that wholeheartedly, defund the police, because these funds can be allocated to a separate group that deals with the situations that the police aren't equipped to deal with. They're not policemen are not therapists. You know what I'm saying? You may be able to talk to one, but they're not trained therapists. So, but getting back to this Dave Chappelle and these Netflix ABC gang warriors or whatever, there's no coming and sitting a meeting to the table because you see just what happened. And I hope this gets out to Dave Chappelle. I'm not a popular guy on the, you know what I'm saying? I don't have millions of followers on YouTube and stuff like that. I don't even know the man. I just know he grew up in D.C. But hopefully this gets out somewhere to him and he sees it. But I wouldn't sit down with him. Because what they're doing is they're making a blanket statement that everybody in that community hates Dave Chappelle, and that's just simply not true. There are a lot of gay actors and non-gay famous people that support Dave Chappelle. Hey, look, some people saw the show, and some people said it was funny. Some people said it wasn't. Me personally, I thought the closure was that ranks one of his best performances. I thought it was pretty funny. You know what I'm saying? The one before that, I thought that was funnier than the closer. But you have to listen to that. You have to listen to what he's saying with an open mind, right? Now, this is another problem that I have with American even. You know, there's an anti-lynching law that's being struggled to get passed. An anti-lynching law that's making it illegal to lynch African Americans, and that's having a hard time to pass. Right? How stupid is that? The George Floyd law that they were trying to pass got denied. Right? But you know what bills didn't get denied? You remember not so long ago when, you know, America was beating up on the Asian people, on the Asian community and stuff like that. The laws passed tremendously real fast. Black people have been going through this for 400 years, and we're still going through it. And we don't have any laws that specifically protect us. You know, when you're born black, that's strike one. If you're born a black woman, that's strike two. If you're born a black male, that's strike three. If you're born a black male gay person, strike four. If you're born a black female gay person, that's strike five. I mean, how many more strikes can we go, man? How is it that an American can't go to the bank and ask for a small business loan when you have foreign people that come over to this country they don't have to establish great credit to get a business loan? But you have been living here all your life. You've been on this side of the earth for 20, 30 years, and you decide, hey, look, I want to go open up or whatever, and you get denied so much. Or if you even do get approved, you have a high interest rate to pay that money back. Whereas a foreign person that comes in the game, it's no problem. It's no problem. You don't have any equity. Come on over here, man. You can open up a scent shop, a oil shop. You know, a rack of 7-Elevens. Here, the money at your disposal. But we as Americans, especially black Americans, can't get that same treatment. So, what I'm saying is that this, you know, say what you want, say what you will. You know, I mean, I support. I like the closer. I like it. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, when is it going to be too far? And then some people say that yeah, he said some offensive things and stuff like. I'm not going to say that. He said comedy stuff. He said comedic stuff. You know, don't nobody have a problem when comedians, white or black, say something about the black community. We don't have a problems with it. You know, you can have a white comedian on stage and he could talk about big lips and black skin and nobody says nothing to the wiser. Nobody gets upset. But you have this one community that if you say something about them, oh, well, now you're anti-gay or you're anti-trans or you're anti all this other stuff. Come on, man. Comedy is comedy. We're people that pushes the envelope. They just make fun. It's not necessarily saying that they have a problem with that community. It's just some of the stuff that they do is hilarious to others, to them, even. You know, it's things that straight people do that is funny. It's things that bisexual people or gay people do that's funny. It's hilarious, man. But it's all in good taste. Now, there's a difference between a humorous joke than a lashing. You know what I'm saying? Go to a KKK rally and hear them talk about African American people. Now, that's hate. That's hate bashing. You know what I'm saying? But usually, some comedians, except for, you know, I can pick out the dude from Seinfeld that went off into a tangent. You know, and then Hulk Hogan, he calling people niggas behind their back, and people are still supporting Hulk Hogan. You know, it's anything when stuff is done to the black community. Nothing is, you know, that's just okay. That's the way that it is. It's accepted. You know, the black community is the only community that gets looked over on you know, things that we shouldn't get looked over from. You know, you would have thought back in the day when before you had cell phones, before you had camera phones, this is why I stopped watching Judge Judy, because some of the stuff that she said. There was one episode that she said that, oh, cops aren't trained to do that. You got to be kidding me. Cops don't do that. You making a blanket statement that every cop don't do that, right? And there was a guy on the show, and he said something about the officer did something to him, and it was racially profiled type thing. And Judge Judy was like, no, cops don't do that. So you're making that blanket statement, right? But nowadays we have video of cops murdering black people, and nothing's done. Nothing's done. Slap on the wrist, nothing's done. And respectfully, I'm saying I'm not even talking about the George Floyd case, because this man is going to get off. He's going to get off. You know what I'm saying? As far as he's not going to serve all that time, I guarantee he's going to get off. But he accomplished his goal. He was able to kill someone of African American and get off. Freddie Gray. Who else? There's countless of names. Rodney King. I mean, they beat the Jerry curl. He had a Jerry curl when they started beating him. By the time they stopped beating him, this man had like a Ford bush with braids going back. You know what I'm saying? So this, what I'm saying is, man, that black people have it so hard in this community. And don't give me that, oh, we had a black president. So what? You had one out of how many presidents that we had before? So don't give me that jazz about this, that, and the other. But these people at Netflix that's fighting for equality, freedom of speech, and all this other stuff, look at what they're doing. They're denying this man. Let me turn the audio back up.
Eat my poster board in the 299. What is that little guy doing?
See how they taking the sign. They taking the sign and they destroying it.
Don't have free speech rights? Don't have free speech rights as all of you? Oh, look, there's such a violence. He's got a weapon. He's got a weapon.
Now somebody else, he got a weapon.
He's got a weapon.
He's laughing at these clowns. I would have been too.
Oh, you want me to drop my weapon? Yes.
Okay. And leave.
There's my weapon.
Okay, now he drops his weapon.
I'm not disrupting anything.
We're trying not to have any.
I'm just here to say that jokes are funny, people. Dave Chappelle is a funny guy.
You hear the idiot in the background. Repent,
I
motherfucker.
don't know why all the violence. I don't know why all the hate. I just love Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle. It's Quark Comedy. Dave Chappelle. They took my stick. They took my stick. My stick. They took it. My side. I need my poster board in the 299.
And the tambourine. Come on, man. Now, how are you going to sit down at the table with Dave Chappelle and argue that you want all these rights within Netflix? How are you going to sit down and talk with him and say you want to do this and do that? I would show, if I was you, Mr. Chappelle, I would find this video online because it's not that hard to find. I would find the video. I would come into the room and say, hold on. And I would do it in your most hilarious format. Play this video and then just walk out. That's what I would do if I was Dave Chappelle. I would sit there. I would meet with thousands and millions of them, right? Sit there, play the joint, and then just get out and walk out. And I'll take the mic and I'll just drop that joint. All right, that's what I would. That's the only way that I would meet with him. You know what I'm saying? Just to show him this video, and then be out with him. You know what I mean? But you people at Netflix, this ABC gang, y'all a bunch of jokes, man. Y'all jokes. And I'm not saying this as a blanket statement because there are many people in that community that support and love Chappelle, that watched his special and didn't have any problems with it because the man is just telling jokes. But with this mob, I wouldn't care less about. I could care less about anybody that's in this crowd, to be honest with you. I could care less. And the CEO of Netflix, if you're not backing Dave Chappelle up, then I mean you a punk off the break. Because I don't know if you're aware of this video, but you see what your employees are doing. Your employees are intimidating the guy that's out there that's trying to exercise his freedom of speech. But yet you want to bow down to their demands. You are a coward, man. You are a real coward. And it's pretty soon, I guarantee you that they're going to pull this Dave Chappelle, these shows off of Netflix. I guarantee you it's coming. And watch what I say. Mark this date when I say it. Mark the time when I say that they're probably going to pull his special off of Netflix to come down to appease these idiots right here. I mean, where is it going to stop? Are we going to stop talking about anybody, everybody's going to be offended by them? You know, what am I supposed to do when they talk about the black people, the dark people? It's like me and Michael Blackson supposed to get together and boycott Dave Chappelle because he's talking about the blackest people on earth. You know what I'm saying? Am I supposed to get offended? Is Michael Blackson supposed to get offended? I mean, me and Michael Blackson are the two darkest people in the world. Am I supposed to get offended? Then when you talk about fat people, oh, geez, man. And now am I supposed to get offended? Now I got to join that membership. I got to join the membership of the fat people. I got to join the membership of the real dark people. I got to join the membership of the people that wear glasses. I got to join the people that that have gout. It's just too many membership cards in my wallet, man. I'm going to get confused. You know what I'm saying? Like, where does it stop? You know, where do you draw the line not being able to talk about people? You know, I don't want to watch a Netflix special about somebody talking about people that can't tie their shoes right or something like that. Then the people that can't tie their shoes right is going to boycott them. It's like, come on, man. You got to be kidding me. You know, I don't even hardly tie my tennis shoes when I wear them. I just pull a couple of strings tight. I don't tie them. I don't tie a bow in there. So probably I won't be a part of that group. That's one less membership card I got to carry around in my wallet. You know what I'm saying? Or when you start talking about people that got Android phones, am I supposed to join that group too? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't make fun of people that got cheap Walmart Android phones because, you know, somebody stole my iPhone 6 Plus out my truck when I was in New Jersey, and I had to get a little cheap Walmart phone. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get a flip phone to be honest with you, keep it on the real side. But now I join the mob that have flip phones. Now when he started talking about people with flip phones, am I supposed to get upset about that now? Come on, man. I mean, it's just too much, man. It's just way too much. Y'all are these people at Netflix. Y'all are totally ridiculous. Y'all are some morons, man. And I said it. Fred Wise said it. I said it. Now cancel me. Please cancel me. Please cancel me, because I think everybody that's out in that crowd are idiots. And I don't want to hear the point about, yeah, he may have made some offensive statements. He didn't make any offensive statements. This man clearly tried to bring in a comedic way the fact that black people aren't getting the same treatment as these A, B, C, G, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P people. We're not getting the same treatment. When something happens to us, we have to go through all these hoops and hurdles to get something rectified. Whereas the ABC community, something happened to them, somebody talk bad about them, they go run home with the ball. You know what I'm saying? They go run home with the ball and go cry in the closet. And now we got to appease them. We got to, rub their head and say, it'll be okay. Nah, man, we tired of that, man. We can't keep going through this circle where everybody gets offended and now you can't talk about anything. Then comedy gets shut out. Who's going to do a hour bit on applesauce? Or who going to do a hour bit on frogs and lily pads? And then what? The frogs and the lily pads are going to start boycotting now, or the people that like frogs, and like lily pads, are they going to step up and say, well, we got to boycott Dave Chappelle because he talked about frogs? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you really kidding me? And again, I'll say this. The Netflix, ABC, GF, GH, them. I'm talking about them. I'm talking about Them morons. Y'all are, come on, man. The video does not lie. Sit down and watch this video and hear the commentary that's in the background, and then say again, you want equality, you want to sit. Nah, I don't want to sit down with you. We ain't got nothing to talk about. We don't have nothing to talk about. You Netflix clowns, we have nothing to talk about. Now, me personally, like I say, people are going to take this video and they're going to pick and choose what I say out of it, and then some people are going to hate me. I don't care. I really don't care. I really, look, I could care less about what anybody thinks about me, and that's the bottom line. I could care less. It's not going to affect me at all. Look, I'm the type of dude that goes out shopping in Crocs with ashy knees and ashy ankles. Do you think I really care about anybody that thinks what they think about me? I go grocery shopping with ashy ankles and Crocs. I don't care. I wear shorts in the summertime, the wintertime, with Crocs, with no socks. I don't care. I don't care. It does not faze me, man. It does not faze me. So you could talk about Fred White, whatever. I don't care. I could be the blackest thing on the planet. I could be the fattest thing in the world. I could be the blindest monkey. I don't care. I really don't care. It don't faze me. The only time that it does faze me is if you touch me. If you touch me, then we're going to have a problem. We're going to have a problem. A blood leaking problem. You can say whatever you want. But if you touch me, that's a problem. You dig? And me personally, I have no hatred for that community. I actually have friends that are with that alphabet, in that alphabet pot. Not the Netflix. I have friends that way. I don't mind hanging out with them. I don't mind talking to them. I don't mind interacting with them. We could be buddies and, you know what I'm saying, do everything that buddies do, hang out, chill, whatever. I don't care. I don't care. It's like I always say, if you don't like the flavor of Kool-Aid that I make, then you don't have to drink it. And that goes for everybody. If there's a particular Kool-Aid that you don't like, then don't drink it. It's just not your flavor. You know what I mean? So, I have no problems with gay people. I have no problems with bi people. I have no problems with nobody that lives that lifestyle. Man, live your truth and be the best at it as you can be. I embrace all. I embrace all, man. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, there is, I think she wants to be referred as a she now, but there was a person that I grew up with in Forest Park Estates. At that time, it was he, but his name was Dion, right? And I think from what I've told, Dion now has a sex change, and now he's a her, right? But one of the coolest people that you could ever meet. One of the coolest people, man. And he was, at that time, he was very flamboyant, right? But there was a lot of people that gravitated to him because he was a good person. He was a fantastic friend, man. Dion and I had never got into any type of squabbles or anything like that. He was a fantastic friend. He never came on to me as, you know what I'm saying, doing all that stuff. He was a good friend, but I lost contact with him. And if I could reach out to him today or reach out to her today, man, I would go back out and hang with her. You know what I'm saying? Because she was cool. She was real cool. And that was one of my dearest friends, man. You know what I'm saying? One of my dearest friends. And You know, if I ever had a problem with that community, then I wouldn't socialize with them. You know what I'm saying? You can have the good with the bad. You know, if you are living that lifestyle and you're an ass, then we're going to have problems. You know, no pun intended. But if you're living that lifestyle and you're a cool person, what's up? Let's go to Fridays and have a drink. You know what I mean? Let's sit down in the. I don't care if you see me. So what? You see me with. So what? I don't care. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't. None of that stuff phases me. None of it does. So, I mean, it is what it is. But, with this Dave Chappelle stuff, I know I'm a little late hopping in on the bandwagon, but man, y'all gotta stop. These clowns at Netflix, these morons at Netflix that want all this change, but yet you do what you're seeing repeatedly on the loop. You're clowns, man. And this is a blanket statement for everybody that works at that Netflix center. And this is coming from Fred Y. You all are a bunch of clowns. I wouldn't sit down with you, any of you, to discuss anything. And the head CEO of Netflix or whoever, you need to let these people go. Because you see how racial and how biased they are. Now, they're racist against their own skin color. You know what I'm saying? You see this whole community out here. These guys you can recognize who these people are that work in there. And you can probably recognize the voices too. Get rid of them because they're not good for the company, man. They're not really good for the company. You see how racist they are. You see how bad they are. But yet they want to sit down or they want equal this, that, and the other. I'll give you an equal escort out the building. You know, take all your crap and go, man. That's how I would do it. And if the backlash came, so what? If the backlash come from this, so what? I'll still repeat it. Like I said at the beginning, I am unapologetic of anything that I've said on this broadcast, whether somebody digs it up now or somebody digs it up later. Let me reinstate what I've said. I think that everybody that works at that Netflix facility that's in that ABC gang are a bunch of morons. More expletives than I want to say on this topic. You know what I'm saying? But I think all of y'all are a bunch of morons. And that's what I'm saying. Please cancel me. Please cancel me. Fred Y. Okay? I've said it. Y'all a bunch of morons. Don't ask for something that you're denying others for. Right? You want freedom of speech? You want equality? Then give it. Stupids.